It's me, Kamika, and I want to show you guys, share with you guys the stuff that I made for Crystal for our monthly swap and the things that the girls made. Essence, my next to oldest, is in a swap with Crystal's daughter, Ari. Hey, Ari. Okay, first I'm going to show you the card I made. Okay, so this was like a fabric thing. So I made a card out of all fabrics. So I used a piece of felt. It's like a pastel green color, blue. I forgot. Oh, it's a green. Okay, anyway. So I used some trim, some that I got from Rosanna and out my stash. So this is what I made. So I was gonna color up this gorgeous girl because we were supposed to put a gorgeous girl on it, but yeah, when I tried to use my Copics, it bled. So I just stamped her on some muslin, and then I was like, oh, let me outline her with this organza type ruffled. Yeah, and then she started moving, like bending. I was like, oh, I'll just stuff her because she's bending. So I stuffed her. I thought it was so cute. Look, she like, oh, wake up, wake up, wake up. Oh, I should have put one of those squishies inside. Anyway. So I used some handmade flowers. What's good about this, like, I used handmade flowers on both of the projects I made for her. And I love it. Anyway, so, yeah, and I used some Prima rosebuds and fabric and lace. I don't even know how else to explain it. Oh, I used this whole piece. It's like, it's not an applique, it's just a piece, but it was perfect. I had two, and I used one. Yay, because I was going to keep it. I didn't know what to, but I wrapped it all the way around. It's like behind here, in the way I flipped it. Anyway, I put a bow and some flat back pearls, and, oh, I have to print out a message. I'm going to print out a message on some muslin and put in the inside. This is the inside. I used some trim around it to frame it out. Which this was actually easier than I thought. And it's some eyelid trim behind this big piece of lace. You can see the eyelid coming through. But yeah, I thought it was awesome. Now maybe I can make a lace book. The only thing I didn't like was I need to figure out how to finish that edge off. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Or I might just leave it like this. Nothing's perfect. I love it. Oh, I put buttons. Buttons here, and buttons there. I love it. I love how it turned out. I'm actually proud of myself because doing the all fabric thing was definitely a challenge. Okay, and this is the box. What happened to my son? I had the perfect light. Oh! Okay, let's start with the top. These are boxes that I got from Dollar Tree. They weren't that different in size, but you can tell the difference. It's just not as small as I wanted. Anyway, so this is the top. I made all these flowers on here. I made, except for those three Wow Okay Craft buds. Everything else, I made. So I put buttons in the middle and pearls, and I strung pearls. And I also thought I knew what I was doing. I ripped pieces of fabric and stuck them in different areas. And I used some of these leaves I got from Beauty Bomb Bomb, her store. And I put a bunch of doilies. I layered it because I wanted my flowers to have dimension. So I layered the doilies. And here's another bow in the back with some pearls. And this is the inside. This is how I finished it. And I put these pearls so it could, hold. Okay, so that's the top. In the first box, I layered this wide trim. I think that trim, the wider one I got from Hobby Lobby. You can kind of see it. And then this is the Miranda 2 trim I got from D. And I put some shabby trim, some rosettes in the inside. And on the outside, I layered some trim I got from Rosanna. I covered the outside with a vintage Let me see. The Recollections Vintage Romance, that fabric paper. I covered the outside with it, even though you can't see it. Wait, you can see it right there. And I used eyelid trim underneath this. And I used this and another trim. And I put this tiny rhinestone trim I got from D. And I put these are flowers I got from Michael's Dollar Spot. See the bling in the middle? And I glued the top to the next one underneath. And I used like this ruffle trim to finish it off. And I put the same bling pearls. So this is how it turned out. And I used I put 2 flowers right here. And that's a piece of that fabric I told you I just shoved in to make it shabby. And for this center I used one of those ribbon roses. Not the ones from Michael's, but I think I got this from Nita, Crafty Nita. So that's the top box. And the second one, I got this idea. This idea I got from Miss T. Is it Miss T something? Anyway, I'll leave a link down below. Her video was awesome, and the things that she make is awesome. And when Crystal sent me the link to her video, I was like, I'm gonna do that. Anyway, so the trim, same thing in the inside as the other one. Keep it uniform. And the way on her box, she gathered her fabric. I think it's called shoot, I forgot what it's called. But anyway, you gather your fabric on both sides, and then you just draw the string in to give it this gathered look. And I did it. Okay, as you all know, I don't own a sewing machine. So mine's, I did it by hand. And I love the way it turned out. It's dimensional. And I got this trim from Rosanna on the top. Oh, and I got this one from Rosanna too. And I used some flat back pearls. And I covered, of course, felt attract stuff. I put felt on the bottom. So yeah, and I just put this trim around the bottom to case it in to finish it off. Because when you do things by hand, it doesn't come out as neat as with the sewing machine. So I put these flowers and some more pearls hanging around. So when I put the box together, it goes like this. So if you watch Crystal, even though I already showed you, but this is how it goes. Bam. So it looks like this flow thing. So yeah, these are the projects that I made for Crystal. And I hope you like them. Crystals forgot. Essence and Ari swap. Now, when my kids do projects, they say I always take over. So I let Essence do her thing. And I told her, look around for inspiration. So this is what she made for Ari. And look at her little flower cluster. I even let her use my Copics and some of my Wild Orchid Craft flowers and not just paper flowers. So this is what she made. And she put a cute little note inside. And they also altered a balsa box. I think I'm holding it upside down. It goes this way. And for this she used the Divine collection. This is my favorite paper from the Divine. But she picked it. So this is what she made. She covered it. And she put a piece of lace. And she did some flowers. And she put an A for her name. And a button. And they were supposed to make I forgot the bands that the bracelets out of the bands. I'm not going to take these out. But this is the ones that she made. I thought they were super cute. So yeah, that's Essence and Ari swap. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. And I have one last video to do. And that's showing my Tilda doll that I made. Other than that, I'll be done videos for like a few days. Anyway, thank you guys for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye.